Hello everyone, welcome back to my Unreal Engine tutorial series on how to create an open world game. And today what I'm going to show you is you can see this health bar in the top left corner, and I'm going to implement that, and I'm going to show you how to implement that. And as you can see, as the enemies attack, that health bar reduces like that. And as always, this episode is sponsored by these generous Patreons. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me. Okay, so by default we have this HUD class called HUD, and I think that comes from the engine. So therefore I'll create my own HUD class here, as its HUD is not available here. So therefore I'll create a HUD by extending that. We have this HUD, and I'll select that. I'll call it PHUD, and now I can open it. Yeah, and I'll assign that here. And now if I play it, as you can see, nothing is showing up. So the next thing I have to do is I need to create a widget that holds the health bar. So I have already created a couple of widgets for other purposes, and I'm not going to talk about them now. I'm going to create a new widget. I'll call it WDG. What should I call it? Not health bar. I'll call it HUD, because this is the HUD widget, main HUD widget. Okay, and yeah, for the health bar what I need is a progress bar basically. So, and under health bar I may have a couple of other things like like stamina bar and other things. So therefore, instead of creating a progress bar under the main canvas panel, I'll first create another panel, and I'll set its size to like 400 and 100. Let's say 200. Okay, and I'll set its position to 2020. Now that's not good enough. I'll put 50-50 like this. Okay, and under this panel I'll add a progress bar like this. First I'll name this one as the panel health. I'll select this and set anchors to this, and offset right to 0, so that this will be, I can do this when I increase the size of this panel, this whole panel resizes like this. Okay, now I'll name it health bar. I'll set the, yeah, this is how it works, and I'll set the, can I change the background color here? Yeah, we can change the style here, and the percentage, well, usually this is green, so I'll put this color. Actually, I'm not going to worry about too much about the aesthetic appearance. I only want to focus on the functionality here. So let's later I will show you how to assign proper materials, effects and everything, but let's just focus on the simple stuff for now. And for the background, let's see if I can change the color. Yeah, that's not the color I need. I am going to change the opacity, reduce the opacity of this. Like this. And also, do I have an outline here? Okay, this is good enough. And instead of before plugging these values, let's just uh, integrate this widget into the HUD and see how it appears in the when we play the game. So for that we can create widget like this, and for the on in player, get player controller, let's call it WDG HUD, add to viewport. That's yeah, that's all I have to do. Okay, now let's see. I have assigned the HUD here. Now let's see how it appears. Yeah, as you can see in the top left corner, you can see the health bar. And how do I update the health value? So for that, I already have this BPI UI interface, and here I'll add a new function. I'll call it update health, and the input should be a float health percentage, and I'll implement that widget here in the HUD, and here also I need let's create a custom event. Update health bar, and let's set this health bar value here. Set percent, and the percentage value should come from here like this. And in the HUD, let's promote this to WDG HUD, and after that, now that I have implemented this BPI UI, I can implement update health event like this, and I'll get a reference to this HUD and update health I'll call this update health bar function like this, and at the first I'll keep this initial value to 100, that means 1. And right now that I have connected these functions, I need to go to my player character and call this update health as he get hit, or as his health value get changed. So let's head here, and actually I have implemented this notification widget within the player character itself, but I'm going to remove that and move it back to the HUD, but I'll do that later. So for now I'll get player character get HUD, not the character, I should use get player controller and then get HUD. Let's promote this to a variable. I'll call it HUD. Now I have the HUD, and where do I update my health? Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I have done some update health value here. Where do I set it? Right, I do have this update health function. Actually not a function, it's a macro. So since this is a macro, I can't override it in the player. Well, I can't convert this to a function because there is a delay node here, but let's check here. Yeah, actually this is the only part that is relevant to updating health, and these things falling back date and everything, so these are not really relevant to updating health part. So I'll convert only this part to a function, and since this health part is a common to any kind of a character, let's do this in the BPI character like this. Update health. Why can't I do that? Do I already have that? No. Maybe the problem is this: I already have this macro named update health. So instead of update health, I'll call it damage, because this is more about damaging the character, not just the update part. And compile, save. Now let's see if that name is available. Yeah, that's available. And here as the input I need the damage level and the Yeah, that's all. And as for the output, I need this one. This is more like is dead. Now let's put this part, keep this part outside like this, and yeah, that's all here. Now in the 𝐒𝐻uman, I'll implement that update health function in undefined. I forgot to add this parameter. It should be in the type of float and damage level. This is what I should have here. Reduce whatever the damage level from the health and set it on the health value. And to avoid complications, let's clamp these two. Let's clamp it like this. Clamp, range clamp, this one, and for the min is this, and for the max it should be health max. Okay, and let's use that here. Update health instead of this part. Right, now I can override that in the player. Let's do it under this UI event graph. Update health, and let's call the parent function like this, and then I have the HUD here and call update health using this BPI UI. And health percentage is get health max, divide this by this and set and compile, and let's see how it works. Oh, I don't need to attack them, I need to attack myself. I need them to attack myself. Well, I have a little problem because for the power attacks I am not calling this damage. And I should do that in standard block. Where should I call it? Yeah, after this part. That means I can connect it like this. Okay, now it should work. when I want them to attack, they are not attacking. They keep blocking. Yeah. For the power attacks it is not working, but for the normal attacks it's working. But anyway, you can see the function. You see it's reducing as it's alright, and that's all I want to do for today. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club, and depending on the membership you will have different privileges as I have explained here. And thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.